Oh, I see. It's a lever action gun that fires 2 bullets. Wait. What? The Sybaris. Pretty nifty gun. Pretty neat too. But you know, some people love it. And some people don't. But I think it's pretty damn neato. It's lever action that fires 2 shots. How obscure. It defies a lot of gun physics. But stat-wise, it's pretty symmetrical. It damages all factions almost equally. Has good critical chance, status chance is lightly there, and has good accuracy too. It has 10 shots in the magazine, which fires 2 shots equals up to 5 shots. Per reload. That's if you can somehow interrupt your first shot with a melee attack. I don't see the point of that, but no matter. Still, you can pretty much easily accessible, very easy to use, and it damages all the groups equally. So, it's kind of like a jack of all trades, but clearly the master of none. But, is it fun to use? Well, I do love my lever actions, so I like to think so. Now, I'm no asshole, according to other both channels who like to use this weapon, but no matter. At least I don't think I am. But you can find this weapon in your lab inside your dojo. It's not too expensive either, aside from, a couple of things you'll need for it. But generally it's pretty cheap. Only the forma is the only expensive thing you'll need. Everything else is dirt cheap. You can find this in the back alley, dumpster. But in terms of performance, we got pretty, as I mentioned earlier, it's very accurate. So it's almost on borderline sniper if it wasn't for the 2-shot burst. In terms of firepower, well, it's okay. It does have around 70 actually, damage overall, but it's distributed across all 3 damage types. So I wouldn't say it would be amazing damage, but you're guaranteed to damage everyone equally. Pretty much just the short and the long of it. But in terms of functionality, how well does it do? Well, I think it does pretty darn good, actually. It isn't too bad for close quarter, and it's pretty good for long range and medium range. So, a good weapon that's good at long range, short range, medium range, good against all opponents, has a critical build, light status chance, and at least a very light physical build. Kind of got a recipe of a good gun here that no one really recognizes. No, almost no one recognizes. Alright, as per usually what I do, my level 30 build. I'm going to be doing this level 30 build and then test it against stronger enemies. So I did put a serration to get the overall damage up, and then I decided to put a point strike on to get that critical chance up, and then with leftover points I decided to throw in some electricity damage. Why electricity? Well, because I like electricity. It shocks enemies. Makes them stand still for me. And I managed to fill up all 30 points. Now, I do apologize for the forma. Kind of screwed up when doing the footage on this. And format it without actually getting the footage. But no matter. Through multiple formas, it's going to become excellent. Endgame? I do actually think so. But this test will be going against some Arid Lancers. I'll be going against around 7 of them this time. 20 of them's too many. And I set the level to 30. Oh, nope, sorry, 35. But anyway, as you can see, it does actually pretty darn good. Easily attacking most opponents, providing you're a straight shot, which I am not. I'm horrible at accuracy. But against level 35 opponents and just not even really a forma build, it does very good actually. It's a viable weapon to use. But just could be a little bit more, and even though it's only a 60% status chance I didn't mention earlier, it did actually activate. But wait, we're not done. Since it's good against all 3 factions, you gotta do it against all 3 factions. Now, level 35 as usual, so 10 MOAs. Now, to be honest, this works a little bit less effective, at least since I can't really hit the MOA's weak spot. Since I gotta go through the shields the old-fashioned way, it doesn't work nearly as good, only if I hit their backpack weak spot. Not to mention to really pay attention before I get shot to pieces. But it just meets the acceptable line. Wouldn't say it's amazing, but it does get the job done. If you don't get yourself killed doing it. Next, where's that charger? I passed it. The charger. Gonna take 10 of them, and against them, same level. Level 35. Although, this is a bit of a no-brainer. These guys die quickly. This thing works quite well. Again, it's still usable at close range. So I guess these guys on my heels is not a huge issue. Just get a bit of distance, and then shoot them as they close in. They'll die quick. But the bullets in the magazine are a problem with the chargers. But it's not that big of a deal. Did pretty darn good in my book. Next section. Pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. First up, we got symmetrical damage, high accuracy, high critical chance. At least you got a status build in there. Reload's pretty darn quick, about 2 seconds. And it's pretty darn easy to use, and cheap to build. So a lot of good pros there. On the con side, however, damage on the pretty much overall damage is a bit lacking. Fire rate could be better. And it is lever action, so not automatic. That's really an issue for you or not. But yeah, that's pros and cons for this weapon. Next section. Time for judgment, where I look at the weapon as a whole and decide if it's actually worth building, and possibly going further into the future with it. So if you want to build the Sybaris, you're going to need a lot more damage. So you're going to need to squeeze on a split chamber. You're going to need about critical delay for more critical chance. You're also going to need hammer shot for more critical damage, along with vital sense, the original critical damage increase. With those, you could possibly add some more elements if you want to, or you can use some of the event / puncture impact mods if you want. You can't put all 3 on, or maybe you could if you want to sacrifice one of the other things. But in my mind, I don't think it's really feasible to put all 3 on. It's a lot of space you're taking up there on that. But with that decision, I'll leave up to you. Now, is it worth putting a Forma through? I say yes. This weapon is a hidden gem. I think it actually can go to endgame. I don't think it can kill level 100 efficiently, but I'm pretty sure it'll go just fine up to level 80s. That's right. I think this weapon, that everyone pretty much hates, can go to endgame. But hey, that's Showcase for today. Want to see a peculiar weapon next on Showcase? Leave a comment below, and it might be my next weapon. Hey, thanks for watching Showcase, and see you next time.